Respect starts at home. Let me ask you something real quick. When was the last time you told your parents thank you? Not just for money, not just for a ride, not just for cars, clothes, and cell phones, but just saying thank you because of life. Just for them being who they are. Now I know what some of you might be saying, man, my parents don't even get me. Man, they always on my case, or maybe I don't even have a good relationship with my parents. I get that also. But as Exodus chapter number 20 teaches us that we need to honor our father and our mother so that the days of our life may be long on the land. Now listen to me. I just see that the results of the reason why a lot of young people don't live out their long life days is because of the lack of honoring their father and their mother. Because respect starts at home. If I'm going to respect anything in life, myself, authority, my friends, God, it all starts at home. That's right. Respect starts at home. The golden rule, Jesus said in Matthew chapter 7 and verse 12, if you do unto others what you will have them do unto you. This sums up the whole law and all the prophets, that you do unto others that you will have them do unto you. It's a reciprocal action. But as we are looking at the character value of respect, we need to know whether we are kids, teenagers, adults, people in church, people out of the church, we have to start learning how to give respect. Respect is not about perfection. Respect is about progress. It's about honor. It's about continuing. Because when you learn how to honor the right people, it opens up the right door. So today, we're not just going to talk about some rules and regulations. We want to talk about relationships. And in relationships, because everything flows through relationships, respect must start at home, and respect must be the foundation of our relationship. And first of all, if we're going to respect God, and we're going to respect our parents, and we're going to respect ourselves, we have to go back to the Bible. The Bible lets us know that we need to honor our father and our mother so that the days of our life might be long. The Bible lets us know that we should do unto others as we will want them to do unto us. Because respect is a foundation in all relationships. In all relationships, you have to have respect. So it starts at home. But as we look at a lot of our young people today, giving someone their props, showing them respect, it means I'm recognizing somebody for handling their business. They're doing the right thing. But here's the catch. You can't genuinely give props to someone else until you first feel good about yourself. You've got to respect yourself first before you can give somebody else their props. That's what's wrong with our black communities. Black on black crime is founded in self-hate and self-destruction. Because I don't like my black self, when I look in the mirror, I hate my black self. I think I'm ugly. I think I'm worthless. I think I'm not enough. And then I spew that onto another black person and I start hating them to the point sometimes of black on black murder. Because you don't respect yourself, it's hard to celebrate somebody else. So one of the lessons we all need to learn at home is to respect and love ourselves. The great commandment, when we love God and love God with all our heart and all our soul and all our strength, and love our neighbor as ourselves, we have to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Self-respect, then as that is solid and healthy, I can respect somebody else. Too many young people today hasn't been taught how to love themselves and to respect themselves. So when we try to force them to respect elders and force them to respect teachers and force them to respect the law and even their own parents, it feels fake. It feels not real. And so when you know that it's forced, it breeds rebellion. And what happens with rebellion, it doesn't come from just nowhere. That rebellion comes from pain. It comes from feeling invisible. It comes from feeling like I'm not enough. I'm not worthy. And from a lack of identity, and sometimes that pain turns into bullying. Bullies are not born, they're built. A bully is built into what is, because they are like kids and adults who's never felt respected. They now, as adults, they try to force others to respect themselves, to respect them. So that's why respect must start at home. Respect must start at home. Parents, guardians, you're the blueprint. We're the blueprint. The way you talk about your teachers or their teachers, the way you talk about the police, the way you talk about the president, the way you talk about our world is how your kids is going to see the world through your lens. The way you even talk about them and yourselves is how they're going to learn how to see themselves. So we should be telling them that you're great, that we should be telling them that you're the head and not the tail, the lender, not the borrower. We should be telling them that they're the mentor and they're the boss. We should be using positive words to help shape how they see the world. And how a young person sees the world is the lenses in which they're going to interact in our world. So let's lead them by example, by good example, by modeling good things, good behavior. So looking at a couple points about respect, I want to drop these on you, that when we talk about honor helps us live a long life. Honor, respect helps us to live a long life, and it helps us to find favor. So as Exodus 20:12 says, honor your father and mother so that the days of your life might be long on the land that the Lord God has given you. Honor starts off. So it's a spiritual benefit to honor your parents, and it's a spiritual benefit for respect, because for me to be able to respect God that I don't see, I need to respect those parents that I do see every day. God promises longevity and blessings to those who honor their parents. Practically result is obedience often leads to wise choices that protect your life. Because parents, good parents, lovingly and decent parents want to see their kids do well in life. And two things extremely, they don't want to see their kids go to jail, and they don't want to see their kids get killed early. That's good parents. So if I'm learning respect at home, it's going to help me to live life and to have favor. I'm going to have favor because I know how to respect people. Secondly, respect helps me to have wisdom and guidance. Usually with our parents, a lot of parents have life experience, and they can help you avoid a lot of mistakes. They're already seen enough. They've already made enough mistakes so they can help you not go down that path. So honoring them means listening to them. Remember, we got 2 ears and 1 mouth to do twice as much listening as we do talking. This leads to better decision making early in life. If you make good decisions early in life, that leads to a trend of a lot of lifelong decision making that's good, that's going to bring about wisdom and good guidance, that's going to keep you out of the prison and out of the grave early, Lord willing. So respect, thirdly, brings about protection from the rebellion and the destruction. So as we're honoring our parents, we're learning how to respect authority. We're learning what helps us to avoid legal troubles. We're learning what helps us to avoid school troubles and toxic relationships and friendships, because I learned this at home. Many young people fall in the trap simply because they rejected their parents' guidance. They rejected their parents' guidance. And a hard head makes a soft behind. And so we have to understand that respect brings about protection against and from rebellion and destruction. Fourthly, respect helps me have a strong identity and a self-worth. Respecting myself, respecting my household, respecting God, it helps me with a strong identity and a strong self-worth. When you honor your parents, you're often receiving affirmations of love, and there's leaving legacies from you actually interacting with that type of understanding, because the Bible says a righteous man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And that inheritance just don't have to be money. That inheritance just don't have to be stuff. Let's leave a legacy of respect so that I respect my generation now and the generation that's coming and the generation after that. Let's leave that legacy also so that we can have some long longevity on earth. Because this strong identity, this self-worth, it shapes how I and you see yourself in relation to the world, and it builds confidence because we got some good, strong family values. And so, fifthly, honor and respect, it brings about stronger family relationships. Everything flows through relationships. Everything flows through relationships. And so when God blesses you, he blesses you to be a blessing to other people. He doesn't bless you so that you can look so good in front of other people. He blesses you to be a blessing to other people. So if God is going to send a blessing to you, he sends a blessing through you, and it builds stronger family relationships. So honor leads to a trust and deeper bonds with your family. And this gives you a support system because life is going to get tough. Now, tough times don't last, but tough people do. And tough people is built at home. But this gives you a support system. When you're honoring and you learn how to honor at home, it gives you a good support system. And life, when life does get tough, you can always go back to that support system and ask for some money. You can go back to that support system and ask for some resources. You can go back to that support system and ask for some wisdom, because it's bringing about security because you learn how to practice respect at home. Sixthly, respect builds better social and professional lives. You're going to build a better social and a professional life. You want to be respected. People who honor their parents often develop strong character traits, and those character traits of discipline and humility and respect. It opens the doors, as the Bible says, that your gift makes room for you. It brings you before great men. Your gift, a man's gift, makes room for him, and so the gift of respect makes room for you and brings you before great men. And that those great men, now you got opportunity. So it opens doors with your teachers and your coaches, bosses and mentors and other colleagues. It's because when you learn how to respect yourself and God and other people, it's better social and professional life. Lastly, you learn how to honor God by actually learning honor and respect at home. So if we're going to worship God, because that's what we all are, we are worshipers of God. Jesus say that those that worship God must worship God in spirit and in truth. That's about honoring him. And if we're honoring our earthly parents, we're honoring people, we understand how to honor the God that we cannot see. It trains our hearts for spiritual obedience. Before I leave, those were the 7 points that I wanted to bring about this lesson with respect. But before I leave, I wanted to give you a self-evaluation. A self-evaluation about respect, self-evaluation. And this is just a true-false. This is just true-false. True-false about respect. What I want to look at is when you look at yourself, and you can just do this on your own time. True-false, answer true-false to these. You fully respect yourself. True-false. Second, I know how to give respect. True-false. Third, to give respect is a personal choice. True-false. Fourth, respect is deserved, not earned. True-false. Fifth, I respect my country and its leadership. True-false. Next, I can take respect from someone if they don't give it to me freely. True-false. Next, all parents are worthy of respect. True-false. I know people in my community, my church, my school, whom I definitely respect. True or false? And then lastly, being an adult makes a person automatically more respectful. True, false? Well, that's just a self-evaluation of you having respect for yourself, having respect for others, or having respect for your country. But understand, respect starts at home. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next time. God bless.